This week on Choice Hacking.
Never leave your house. No item too trivial. No quantity too small to be hand-delivered into your home like an emperor. Anything in the world that comes to mind, any fleeting thought you have while drunk, anything. I want one pen. I want one. I don't want a box. I want just one pen. I want it in a box with some plastic. 50 million boxes flying across America. The airspace above America is just Amazon Prime. Packaging just knocking into each other like satellite debris, right? More Prime. Can't get enough Prime here. We need Prime harder, faster, stronger. It's like, where do we go from here? As a civilization, like how much more convenience can we get? Let's get Prime before. Send it to me before I want it. It's 2019, I have to make a decision before you mail me what I buy. Use artificial intelligence to substitute my own intelligence so I can live my life.
That's comedian Ronnie Chang talking about the modern blessing and curse that is Amazon Prime and Prime Now. Now, I can't imagine there are too many people listening who don't know what Prime is or don't have it. But just in case, Amazon Prime is the, I guess you would call it loyalty or perks program offered by Amazon. When it launched, the only Prime perk was free, unlimited, guaranteed one-day shipping for about 1 million of Amazon's products. Now, Prime's benefits go way beyond free shipping. You get free streaming music, video, and a ton of other perks with your membership. Which makes sense because back in 2007, when Prime started, free unlimited one-day shipping was a radical idea. Some people thought it would drive Amazon into bankruptcy. When Jeff Bezos, the founder and former CEO of Amazon, first shared the idea internally at the company, he described Prime's purpose as building a moat around Amazon's best customers. And while in 2007, unlimited free one-day shipping was enough to do that, almost 20 years later, customers have higher expectations. And that's why the program has expanded well beyond free shipping. Because if there's one thing that Amazon knows, it's their customers. Every year, more than 300 million people shop at Amazon, so they're able to gather billions of valuable data points all about customer behavior. They can test ideas on a massive scale, which gives them the benefit of learning on a massive scale as well. They're like the Terminator of e-commerce. They feel no pity, no pain, no fear. They are unstoppable. So it's no surprise that Amazon combined this behavioral data with psychology and behavioral science and became the world's 4th biggest company in the process. I'm Jennifer Clinehens, and you're listening to Choice Hacking, a podcast about applying behavioral science and psychology to business, marketing, experience design, and more. Join me today as we unpack the psychological secrets of Amazon and how you can apply their successes and avoid some of their ethical missteps to grow your or your client's business. But first, I want to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's podcast, Choice Hacking, the agency. Did you know that Choice Hacking isn't just a podcast? We're also a marketing consulting firm that can help you attract and engage customers, drive revenue, and create emotional bonds with your brand that people won't want to break. Here's what one of our former clients, Tom Daly, the former Senior Group Director of Global Marketing at Coca-Cola, said about working with us. If you want to get to know your customers better, uncover impactful insights, and make marketing that resonates with your target audience, you should consider working with Choice Hacking. Working with Jen and Choice Hacking was a fantastic experience that delivered valuable insights and measurable improvements to our business. If you want to take your business to the next level, you should definitely consider working with Choice Hacking. Our team has worked with startups, scale-ups, advertising agencies like Havas and DDB, and brands like McDonald's, AT&T, Adidas, Starbucks, and more in markets across the world. To learn how we can help your business grow using the power of behavioral science and psychology, just visit choicehacking.com/together to learn more. That's choicehacking.com/together. Now on to the show. as you know, if you've listened to the podcast in the past, one of the things that people love about it the most is brevity. But honestly, I could talk all day about the thousands of ways Amazon uses psychology and behavioral science in its customer experience. But to spare your attention span, I've broken this episode into 2 parts. In each of the next 2 episodes, I'm going to cover 3 ways Amazon hacks our choices, some ethical and some debatable. Today, let's kick off with how Amazon uses a principle called the power of free. Now, the power of free describes how persuasive free can be, even when compared to something with a very low price. It turns out that the very word free creates an emotional reaction in people, and studies have found that it can make us desire an offer or a product more. Amazon learned this lesson when they launched Prime's free unlimited shipping offer in 2007. They noticed something curious. Everywhere that free shipping had launched, sales had gone up significantly, except in one country, France. So the team at Amazon headquarters in Seattle decided to dig a little bit deeper, and they discovered that while the rest of Amazon's international sites were pushing free shipping, France, maybe predictably, did their own thing. The French market was actually charging the customer 20 cents to ship any item, and once Seattle got word, they forced the French market to change from 20-cent shipping to completely free and unlimited shipping, and sales went up accordingly. That lesson in the power of free bled its way through Amazon's entire customer experience. They were soon offering free 30-day trials on Prime. Prime itself offers free delivery, which isn't really free because you pay a yearly or a monthly fee for Prime, but the marketing messages remain the same. Prime equals free shipping. They even use the power of free in their Amazon credit card offers, giving you dollars off when you apply for a card and writing free over your order total when the value of the credit card offer exceeds the cost of your items. So sure, you might be saying to yourself, every customer wants something for free. It's no surprise that the power of free works. But what about when customers actually have to pay for something? Well, here's how Amazon made its checkout process a thing of behavioral science beauty. First, they tackled the psychological pain of payment. A principle called the cashless effect says that the more tangible payments are, the more psychologically painful it is for customers to spend. That's the pain of payment. It's why people on a budget find it easier to control their spending when they use cash instead of credit cards. It's more painful to use cash because it's more tangible. You see it disappearing right out of your hand, while credit card payments are invisible and therefore painless. But the things that make payments tangible aren't just using cash. Having to enter your credit card number over and over, filling out your billing and shipping details, or even just revisiting a site to turn that cart full of stuff that you want into stuff that you've actually bought by completing your purchase. All of these moments reinforce the idea that you're about to part with some money. And the more often we come up against these moments of friction and effort, the more painful the process becomes. So Amazon tackled this in a few different ways. First is their Buy Now button. This is an extreme version of express ordering. When you see a product you want, a single click can buy it. There's no address to put in or credit card details to dig up. It's just done in one click. So now you've reduced how psychologically painful it feels to buy something. And there's a little bit of dopamine, that happiness hormone, that's released with the instant gratification of knowing a shiny new thing is headed to your doorstep. But it's not just the Buy Now button that makes shopping on Amazon psychologically pleasing. There's another, sneakier way they make it easier to buy. Amazon's Subscribe and Save is a payment option that's pre-selected when you're viewing a product page. It offers discounts if customers will commit to a subscription for a product instead of a one-time purchase. So for example, I could choose for a package of toilet paper to be sent to my house once every month, and in return, Amazon might offer a 10% off deal for that item. I don't have to do anything again. The toilet paper automatically turns up on my doorstep every month, and the payment flies through the air from my credit card to Amazon without me having to do anything at all. Now, subscribe and save does reduce the pain of payment, but it also does something else. It takes advantage of a behavioral strategy called defaults. Default options are preset actions that take effect if customers don't opt out of something. Since defaults don't require people to make any effort, they can be a simple but powerful tool to subtly guide what people choose. The subscribe and save feature is a powerful use of defaults. It's pre-selected on the product page, so the process of subscribing itself is a default. Not only that, but reordering the product every month or 2 months becomes a default, because it's on an automatic subscription that you can set and usually forget. You have to go in, take some effort, and opt out of that subscription to stop automatically getting your toilet paper every month, for example. There's no doubt that a big part of Amazon's success comes from applying behavioral science and psychology. These tactics might seem like common sense now, looking back, but when many of them launched, they had some real doubters. People convinced that customers would never go for things like Prime, subscribe and save, and buy now. But each of these were the result of years of testing and optimization, with billions of behavioral data points and qualitative research. Amazon was ready to quickly delete or double down on these features based on how customers in the real world behaved. If you want to apply behavioral data and psychology principles like these to your customer experience, you have to be willing to experiment to see what works and what doesn't. As Jeff Bezos put it, if you double the number of experiments you do per year, you're going to double your inventiveness. Thank you for listening to the Choice Hacking Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please rate and review it. It takes me 20+ hours to put together every episode, and it helps the podcast find new listeners when it has more feedback. And don't forget, you can learn more about behavioral science and psychology applied to business when you subscribe to the free Choice Hacking newsletter. You'll find more than 8,000 brilliant UX, CX, and marketing folks from companies like Google, Coke, and Disney who get my newsletter. To sign up, just visit choicehacking.com/subscribe. That's choicehacking.com/subscribe. Until next time.
I hit record a drop, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming now these cars and planes, I'm always boarding. Just out touring down in Charlotte like I play for